Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are going to unlock your camera's hidden superpowers. If you've got a view of the water, we're going to show you how to turn your standard hardware into a fully automated digital harbor master. We'll be looking at a really cool tool called the AIS Ship Tracker, and by the time we wrap up, you'll know exactly how to make your camera autonomously follow vessels around your local waterway. Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The camera as ship tracker. 2. Fueling the tracker with AIS. 3. 3 ways to aim cameras. 4. Smart targeting and watch lists. 5. Live maps and screen overlays. And finally, 6. Installation and quick setup. Let's dive right in.
Section 1. The camera as ship tracker. Turning hardware into a smart agent. We're starting with the big picture here, transforming a static lens into an intelligent maritime tracking robot.
So what exactly is the AIS Ship Tracker? Well, it's a CamScripter microapp. And the absolute keyword there is microapp. This isn't just a basic script running on some remote server. It's a standalone app living directly inside your camera. It actively watches maritime data, makes its own decisions, and physically points the lens at the nearest ship.
Before we set sail, let's quickly go over your tech stack to make sure everything runs smoothly. You'll need an Axis camera running CamScripter version 1.5.3 or newer. To get that physical movement, you'll need a PTZ camera, so pen, tilt, zoom, or CamSwitcher if you're bouncing between static views. You'll also need a totally free API key from a stream.io and basic outbound internet access. That's the whole shebang.
Moving right along to Section 2, Fueling the Tracker with AIS. Where the data actually comes from. We have the camera ready, but how does it know where the ships are in the first place? This is where our setup has a massive advantage. In the past, grabbing maritime data usually meant relying on incredibly expensive commercial APIs where you constantly had to poll or ask the server, hey, where's the ship now? How about now? It was clunky. Instead, this app uses a persistent, completely free global WebSocket stream from astream.io. The data just continuously flows right into your camera without you ever having to ask for it.
But there is a bit of a catch, and this is how the app cleverly solves it. Raw AIS data only broadcasts global coordinates, just latitude and longitude. It doesn't actually tell your camera where to look. So your camera handles all the heavy haversine math locally. It computes the exact bearing and distance of every single ship entirely relative to where your camera is physically mounted.
5. That's your magic number. It's the default 5-second update interval for the in-memory cache. Basically, the movement engine reevaluates its targets every 5 seconds. This means your camera reacts incredibly fast to any changes out on the water. But because it's just reading its own local memory, it's never overloading your network.
All right, Section 3. 3 ways to aim cameras.
This is where we give the system its muscle, turning all that complex math into physical camera movement.
You've got 3 distinct modes to play with here, giving you total control. First up, PTZ tracking. This gives you smooth, continuous panning, and the zoom even scales automatically depending on how far away the ship is. If you prefer to watch specific fixed harbor zones, you can use PTZ presets to instantly snap between up to 8 pre-aimed spots. Or, if you happen to have multiple static cameras set up, the CamSwitcher mode intelligently toggles between up to 5 different camera views, making sure you always have eyes on the active ship.
Now, imagine 2 ships passing right by each other. You definitely don't want your camera frantically snapping back and forth between them, right? To keep your viewers from getting seasick, the app uses some really smart smoothing techniques. We're talking dwell times, switch margins, and hysteresis. Basically, a ship has to cross a very specific threshold before the camera decides to abandon its current target and start chasing a new one.
Section 4. Smart targeting and watch lists. Telling the camera what to care about. We've built the muscle. Now let's configure the logic so your camera doesn't waste its day staring at a parked tugboat.
By tweaking a few specific target filters, you can ensure your setup focuses exclusively on the action. You can easily set a maximum scan radius or drop in a dead zone so it completely ignores ships docked right below the lens. You can even tell it to ignore vessels that are moored, ones that are crawling along too slowly, or boats under a certain length. You are completely in charge of what gets tracked.
But what if you are hunting for highly specific ships? You could actually use their 9-digit MMSI identity numbers to set up dedicated watch lists, and this follows a strict order of operations. The blacklist tells the camera exactly who to ignore. The whitelist says track only these specific ships, but that priority list, oh, that's the VIP lane. Priority vessels will literally hijack the lens the second they enter your zone, completely bypassing any distance and speed filters.
Section 5. Live maps and screen overlays. Creating the interface. Time to visualize all this amazing automation by adding live maps to your dashboard and throwing dynamic graphics right over your video feed.
So the app actually comes with a built-in map UI. It gives you this fantastic God's-eye view of your harbor, complete with color-coded markers for different vessel types, gold for military, green for your priority list. You get the idea. But honestly, the best feature is the manual override. If you spot something cool on the map, you just click that ship to instantly lock the camera onto it, temporarily pausing the automation.
And you can share all this real-time data with your viewers too, by using these really simple bracketed variables like name, speed, and distance. You can effortlessly pipe rich telemetry straight into a cam overlay info ticker or a custom graphics widget. So imagine a sleek modern graphic on your live stream that instantly updates to say Maersk Selector, speed 12.4 knots, distance 7.9 kilometers. It looks incredibly professional.
Finally, Section 6, Installation and Quick Setup, getting your system online. Let's wrap up this explainer by walking through the remarkably quick process of getting this app installed.
I promise installation is an absolute breeze. Because the entire package, including all the necessary modules, is bundled up into a tiny 1.5 megabyte file, getting started takes just a few clicks. You simply download the zip file, open CamScripter on your camera, click Upload, and paste in your free AIS key. That's literally it.
Oh, and here is a fantastic time saver during your setup. If you don't happen to know the exact latitude and longitude of your camera's location off the top of your head, the app includes an awesome Quick Select dropdown. It's fully pre-programmed with coordinates for the world's busiest maritime choke points and container ports. You just select your region, and the app calibrates its search radius for you instantly. So we've covered the data, the targeting logic, the movement mechanics, and the setup. Think about the incredible possibilities this opens up for your own coastal view. Whether you want to track massive cargo giants pulling into Rotterdam or just the local ferries moving around your bay, the tools are completely at your fingertips. So I leave you with this. What stretch of water are you going to monitor first? Go grab that free download and find out. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy tracking.